Hey everyone, this is George Couros. Welcome back to another episode of the Innovator's Mindset podcast. And I am just riffing on this one. There's two things that I want to talk about today. The first one is a video I saw from Jay Shetty, and I honestly don't know if it's attributed to Jay Shetty, but I did see Jay Shetty has a massive Instagram following. I want to talk about it really quick because I think there's so much to do with education. Even though it's a running video, it is such a powerful video. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll get to see it. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on it because it actually will help me with the second part is, are we actually using artificial intelligence to replace our thinking and lose some of our connection? And do we actually see how that is happening? Now, I have no notes in front of me. I have nothing. It's just something I was thinking about, and I kind of just want to talk it over with you because I think it really, really matters. So I'll start with the Jay Shetty video, and I'm going to just pop it up on the screen, even though it's not really on the screen, but I know it's going to be on the screen when I'm showing this because after editing. There's this video, and it shows basically people running a race. There's a drone footage, and when you're seeing on the side here is this video, and what I love about it is you see all these people going out. It has words over to them, and you can see things like showing their kids, keeping a promise, 1 year sober, 100th race, locked in, wants to give up, honoring a friend. So you see all those things that are attached to those runners. And that's one of the things that is really, really powerful about this video is I've actually run a few marathons, and we all do it for different reasons. There's something really powerful about this. And you see different body sizes, different people, different ages all over the place, but they're all running for different reasons. So take that same video and apply it to a school and think about what that looks like, because it's the same thing. You have maybe a student whose goal is to get into Harvard as one of those words above them. And then you have another student that their goal is to be the first one to go to college in their family. There's so many different things that are happening. And what I love about this video is because I've experienced this and I understand this, you see on the side, there's these people cheering people on. And I saw this video, and I apologize. I'll do my best to reference it in the notes, but it's not my idea. And I do have a slide with it, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. And the person talked about, and I didn't even know this as someone who's run marathons, that the marathon completion rate, and this is, a stat that's thrown out. Now, I don't know, I can't 100% verify the accuracy of this, but the marathon completion rate is over 90%, is between 90 and 95%. So if you know anything about a marathon, it is 26 miles of running. It is really, really hard. And it's not just the race that's hard, it's the training through the race. There's so much that goes into training. If you do the training properly, the race is probably easier than the training because it's so many long miles. But what's interesting is that race, if you start it, you are very likely to finish it. You are very likely to finish it. And what is the reason? Well, first of all, there's all these people running around you that have different reasons that they're doing it. But there's also these people that are on the sides who are cheering people on. And many times, if not most times, they are waiting for someone they know, someone that they might have, they're connected through family, their friends, maybe someone they haven't seen in a long time, and they're waiting for that person to cheer them on. But you might see them only for a brief second. And what's beautiful about this is that as all these other people are passing by, people tend to cheer for these strangers. So why do so many people actually finish? My belief is because of community, because community pulls it forward. So you think about that in the context of education, is that there's all these people running this extremely long race, and they all have different reasons on why they're doing it. And what helps them succeed? The community. The community, whether it's the people running beside you, whether it's people cheering you on, the families that are outside, all the people that are making the race happen. There's so many different elements of this. And I think this is a really powerful video. And I mentioned that I want to talk to you about this because I wanted to talk it out. And I just wanted to kind of riff here because I'm about to leave to keynote leadership conference in Miami with all the Miami-Dade school principals. What a blessing to be invited. And I saw this just this week, and I've probably put about 2.5 to 3 hours of thought, slide design, conversations, talking to people, trying to articulate my thoughts on why this is such a powerful parallel. And I think it's going to really resonate with people. Now, I don't know because I've never presented on before, and it might not resonate as much as I think it will on the first time, but as I kind of go through the process, maybe present it over and over again, connecting it to Forward Together, because the whole concept of Forward Together is moving schools from conflict to community in contentious times, which I think is really, really powerful. This is so deeply connected to what I believe that I shared in this book. And I spent a lot of time really thinking about this, trying to articulate this. For me, when I present, it is not just me talking. There is part informational, really understanding a concept, but there's an artistry to it, right? This visual will really, I could tell the story, but showing the visual alongside of it and having people envision school and what that means for kids and how this is very similar to a hallway in any one of your schools is something that's really going to be beneficial in this process. And there's a fair use concept that I'm making, some commentary on a video. That's a whole other concept. This is the second part when I talk about AI actually disconnecting. I did see this and I felt really weird about it. I saw someone talking about how basically they are a presenter. They do a similar role to that I do. And instead of actually putting the thought that they're putting into, they can just actually have AI generate slides. And I'm going to be honest with you, I took a little offense to this in the sense that I don't want my slides created within 30 seconds for a keynote where I'm trusted to be in there and share my insights when I've spent probably about 3 to 4 hours on a slide thinking about this. When I design a brand new presentation, I've never done this before, this could take me about 4 to 6 months through that process because, like I said, there's an artistry. It's not just about presenting information. I believe that the emotional connection to it is really crucial, and that's something AI couldn't do. So when we talk about this, we are doing everything to speed the process up and make things happen quicker. And again, I don't want to say something negative about someone else. They might have, I truly believe in the visual elements of what I do. And some people, amazing, I don't know if I could do it, could talk for 2 hours and not show a single slide. But I feel that for me, there's something that I really try to connect on multiple levels with this too. And so, I don't do like bullet points or anything like that. It's usually maybe a single sentence. Maybe it's this visual that's going to be accompanying it. Maybe there's visual with visual sound. Again, there's an artistry to this. And I remember writing about, there's a viral meme and it basically said, I don't want AI to do my creative work while I do the laundry. I want AI to do my laundry while I do creative work. And people were really connected with it, really powerful. And someone messaged me, and I thought it was really interesting, is that she said, actually, when I do laundry, it's one of my favorite things to do because it gives me some time just to think, zone out. And there's connections to this on the idea of basically when you actually have time that you're not thinking about stuff, that's when some of your best ideas, think of like the idea of shower thoughts, right? It's shower thoughts is not thinking about something, and that's sometimes when you get hit with the best ideas. And as much as she said that, I was like, well, I don't really want to do it. So I didn't connect with it at all. But again, then I saw someone talk about having these slide decks created for these presentations that could take seconds with AI. And immediately I was offended and I realized, I'm like, oh, that's my laundry. That's my laundry. So, some people have a different process of how they actually create information. They share it with others. I understand that. To me, there's an artistry in this whole process and why it's so important to me. So I think that's something we really need to think about. The technology, and I've been making this argument for a while, the technology is so good. It is so easy that if we don't use it in the right way, we will become dumber in the process. We will become more disconnected. It might save us time, but it's going to actually destroy our relationships and honestly, our credibility. If we can't really articulate this stuff, that's why I said I wanted to talk about this and share with you just kind of an impromptu. It's like having a conversation with a friend in a way that I just want to talk it out because partly I wanted to really, really dig in deep on why I think this video is so powerful and why I want it, and really it's helping me prepare for this presentation. Then I could just kind of talk it out and walk my ideas through this. And the more I talk it out, the the crisper, I guess, it will become, the better I'll be able to articulate it. I'm going to write a blog post about this too. Probably write a blog post about this podcast, because I think there's multiple ways that we can kind of walk through stuff. The writing actually slows me down. But there's another part of it too, is that if you do everything where AI, I know this is a weird thing. I do AI for the very minimalist, non-thinking things, because the creative stuff is where I don't want to say where I excel, but where my brain excels, where I find that I get the most back from it too. And yeah, it takes longer, but it actually helps me really understand stuff. So just something to think about as you're talking about this. I really love this video. It was really connected, because I felt like I'm spending hours on one slide. Should I be doing it? Should I be just doing, AI should just do it for me and I just talk, and I can't. And as much as like it might make my life easier, I don't think it's going to make it better. I think that's what we got to really connect with. Anyways, I just want to share that with y'all. Just want to do a little quick podcast. I so appreciate you being here with me. Let me throw my ideas off you. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your ideas. You can comment on YouTube if you listen to this on the podcast. I appreciate that. Feel free to email me your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. So if you made it this far, congratulations. You still have an attention span, even for maybe boring content. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for all you do. Take care.